the Drow Ranger in the safe lane to against the Dark Willow and the Rift King, and Tusk will be with the Enchantress.
Any kind of big snowball save or snowball interaction that you see against the Team Secret lineup?
It's definitely good against the Dark Willow spells, the Curse Crown,
Curse Crown,
the Bramble.
even Terrorize. It's a very...
Oh no, not the Bramble. If you get caught in the Bramble, but you can save people in the Bramble.
You could roll past them, pick them up.
Yeah.
As they're...
But I think the Sigil is definitely very useful against the Arc Warden. The Snowball and the Sigil. You want to jump him and kill him first. That's what you want to do. And for Secret, Wraith King could be carry, Wraith King could be offlane, but I feel like you want the Wraith King offlane to kill/pressure the Drow Ranger. Arc Warden against Storm, I like that matchup personally. I would pick it on a safe laner.
It's gonna be a Legion Commander instead, so we'll see if it's still Wraith King offlane or carry.
Good adjustment, because I think one of the reasons why they picked this hero is because of the summons from Prophet. So your nuke becomes more damage.
And of course, it's another hero that could initiate against Raven, Storm. Now, to be fair, Tim's Snowball is going to be somewhat annoying against the LC, though.
Yep, that is true. But like I mentioned, teams are just thinking a lot more about the lanes right now.
Okay.
The small little things that counter me later. You worry about it later. If you do well on the lanes, you're off to a good start, and you're usually in a very, very sizable advantage.
Sounds like a college student, man. You got an exam in 3 weeks. I'll worry about it when it comes. You know, I'll just play more Dota right now.
10 seconds remaining.
So it'll be. I guess it might actually just be
5
Ogre
seconds
plus
remaining.
LC. I think I might actually like that dual lane more together, and then the Dark Wheeler still goes with the Wraith King. I mean, obviously it's still possible either way, but I feel like they have much more threat with Ogre LC.
Any reason for TNC to scout out the lane and dodge it? Do you feel like the Drow Ranger and MP is doesn't want to lane against Fada's LC, for example?
But then again, if you do that, it's a draw on the dangerous lane, which I feel I'm not too sure how I feel about that. But if the Prophet technically if the Prophet follows him there, he lanes against the Wraith King and Dark Wheel. Maybe.
Okay, well, we'll see.
But I feel like they don't really need to swap. I think it's still fine for them. Because the Tusk and Enchantress, I think they would have a pretty good advantage against the Wraith King and Dark Willow, if that's the lane. Because Enchantress just owns any melee call. You're just going to get right click, and you can't hit him. And he has this heal to sustain throughout your nukes from the Dark Willow and the Wraith King. So I feel like TNC could be fine with that, because Drow, you don't really need the Drow's lane to be good. You need her team's lanes. The rest of his team to be having a better time than the Drow. The Drow is what I call like a support carry. I mean, not exactly a support, but he relies a lot on his teammates to do well, to succeed in the game, you know.
Well, you talked about the focus on the lane. I'd like to point out that there is 2 Blightstone purchase on the side of TNC. One on Prophet, one on Enchantress. TNC definitely want to be bullying hard.
Interesting. Very, very interesting. We've seen what we've seen so far. There's this double Stout Shield against Prophet.
Yeah.
Now there's this double Blightstone.
In fact, speaking of Stout Shield, all of the melee heroes, including the Ogre, picked up a Stout Shield.
Yep, they're gonna be facing up a lot of harass in the lane. Drow, standard issue, and the Prophet. So it'll be, let's see, what are the lanes?
30 seconds.
Wraith King, Ogre, Dark Willow, LC.
Okay, double melee up top. Interesting.
I mean, I think the idea behind this is because you're laning against the Enchantress, you're going to be tanking a lot. It's better to have Ogre tank that damage than Dark Willow. So I guess that's the logic here behind the lanes.
Ogre with that insanely high base regen and the Stout Shield. Are we going to see a fight on the rune? Looks like it might be 3 for Team Secret. In fact, that's exactly the case. Nicely done here.
Yep, that's the weakness of Drow early. It's very difficult for you to contest it. That is why we talked about this before. What Fnatic do to start the game?
They just run 3 heroes in one lane and trade
to one side.
Yeah,
and
2 for 2.
Get the runes and then go back to their lanes.
Yeah.
So at the very least, no matter what happens, you're gonna bare minimum have 2 runes at the cost of a TP.
Dire structures are fortified.
Mid lane, Armel's got the vastly superior block, but overblocked it in such a way that he's has to last it under tower.
Same goes for bot lane though. Like TNC has blocked the creep into the tower as well. Not sure how I feel about this, but they do have the upper hand in terms of getting the XP to level 2 first. We've seen that happen a lot, and the side that gets level 2 first will kill their opposing team. But then again, it's a Prophet and Drow
Yeah,
lane.
level 2 on this this lane doesn't
This
mean
lane,
as much.
This lane doesn't have a stun and has very little kill potential. They have a lot of harass, but very little kill potential.
I guess level 2 means TNC will have access to Gus, defensively at least. But apart from that,
Yep. And top lane is going to be a very difficult lane for TNC to kill as well, because Ogre is super tanky. He's going to be trying to soak up all the damage, and like you mentioned earlier, he started with a stout shield, so he's going to be able to trade very efficiently in this lane. At mid lane, so far, oh my god, Armel is actually dominating mid one. He has 8 CS to 3.
yeah, Armel.
The Drow aura, yes.
I also don't know how often mid one plays.
He does play
Our
the hero.
Gordon?
He
Okay.
does play the hero. And we mentioned earlier why I feel the matchup is good is because when the gank comes, it's easy to kill the Storm. What if there's no gank coming and Storm is just farming the lane? And with a draw aura, so Storm will be happy with that.
It's gonna be hard to see how Secret could send people to the mid lane, because I feel like their side lanes are so much pressured. Again, double Blightstone, no joke when it comes to harassing
Top
it.
lane, Puppy getting blocked in the shot. They're gonna fight back with stun from Rifting.
Oh, the heal's gonna come out here. Tim's should survive, and they will pick up the first blood. Tim might go down here. He has Snowball available, and he's holding onto it. Ace getting forced back. TNC grabs the first blood.
Radiant
Wow.
structures
I-
are
I
fortified.
I felt like they might have been able to get the Wraith King as well when he was like, I felt like he overextended a little. The creeps were chasing him, but TNC decided not to pursue the matter. Just happy with the first blood that they got out.
Yep. And this is kind of like, I think, how TNC is gonna win the lane, right? Very passively.
Oh, dodge.
Did he snowball dodge a stun coming his way?
Yeah, not the stun, but the ignite from Puppy.
Okay.
And giving him a tip. Good stuff here. So overall laning situation. So Draw is having a harder time, but you don't really mind that so much as long as Draw is not dying. You want the other lanes to do well. Storm is having a good lane,
Yep.
and Chantress is having a good lane. So that is what you want.
So far, pretty good recipe for success here for TNC.
Oh, bot lane. They might be diving here. Bramble Mace going down.
It's gonna hit, but that defensive gust is gonna come out. Raven will juke into the trees. Cuckoo's still right-clicking away, and they're still diving onto him. Cuckoo might be in a lot of trouble. He will tango through, and he... Oh, there is an entire pathway of trees being cut down, and he's fine. Meanwhile, simultaneously, on the top side, though, they have taken down the Tuskar. Puppy getting right-clicked down, and he canceled the stun.
Oh, I was fond of them.
Okay.
That was strange.
Yeah, that was a little strange.
Maybe he felt like he could tank one more right click, but
And then
because
stun?
of the blight, but because of the Blightstone, he died.
Yeah.
Possible, yeah, because he wants to tank as much as possible and then leave. He's going to go in with a stun, Fire Blast, follow up with a Wraith King stun here onto
The
Sam
heal's
Page.
gonna come out, and
Just a level 1 heal, but more than enough to
Yeah.
keep Sam Page alive.
Denied.
Yeah,
that level 2 untouchable is really hard to crack through.
2 melee heroes trying to hit the edge. Good luck. So far so good for TNC. Armel picks up an Illusion Rune, so that's gonna even further help his laning phase, farming and last hitting CS. And like you mentioned, it's probably very unlikely for the supports to come into middle to help.
Uh-oh, Puppy now getting sharded up. He pops the Ignite. Nice body block coming out. Snowball is still available. Are they going to dive under tower? Nice Snowball. It dodges one. And right clicks are coming out. Tower not focusing on Tim's. And that should be the end of it. Skeletons being made, but
This lane
again,
is so
untouchable.
awful for the double melee.
Radiant's bottom tower.
It's
is
so
under
weird to
attack.
see the Ogre team just getting wrecked in the lane. Because,
Yeah.
like you mentioned, he's picked for this phase.
But they are last hitting. Look at the CS.
Radiant
Wraith King has
are
23
scanning.
CS. I think that is what counts the most at the moment. But they're gonna lose out on the bounty runes. TNC is gonna be able to secure
3 to 1.
3 runes
Yeah.
so far. And here comes the gang actually from TNC, Prophet. But he has no points in Sprout. I guess mid one's low.
Dire
Or
are
they scan it, then
scanning.
you.
Oh, and now the gank is going to get turned around. Cuckoo will get found in the trees. This should be a very easy kill. Cuckoo makes trees, so the Flux is not doing that much damage. He's trying to right-click, but We'll lose that one. Yapzor will pick up the kill. Puppey has poured in as well. And that's going to be Tim's caught behind the tower. He will snowball away and out. Tower, not going to take him down.
Nicely done there by
Yep.
teams. But still, at the end of the day, one is a support kill. Just a support kill for Secret. Not the biggest deal for TNC. They're happy with that. 2 heroes rotated in.
I think the big thing for me right now is that Fata's having a pretty decent lane. He's CSing extremely well, and I feel like that's Secret's game plan to catch them back up, right? They need the early blink, and he needs to force a bunch of kills.
Yeah, that is right. Blink into blame, that's gonna be the build here for the LC this game. Since there's so much damage coming out from the Drow lineup. And here comes Prophet. Goku gonna TP in, drops a ward behind, summons some Treants, but Fata immediately rotates to top because there's double siege. Sam H got enchanted the other siege creep, so this tower is under heavy fire right now. They pop the
Cuckoo.
Glyph.
Yeah, he micros a Treant south and pulls the
This
big
tower
wave
is-
away.
I think this tower is just dead. It is dead.
Sam H tanking a little bit here. Big nuke coming out. Fata with the movement speed runs away from the shards. And like you said, double siege unit, absolutely no joke. Let's see if Fata could get the tower denied. That will be huge.
Here comes Puppey to secure the deny.
Oh, all of the siege unit will die, and it's going to be a fight here for the last hit on the tower. Arc Warden even completes a TP in, and that should secure them. No, Cuckoo's Treants will just take it down.
That
They
is
might
huge.
lose Tim's, but Tim's is well worth the death, yeah.
This is worth 1 support kill.
Wait, maybe he could get the dual damage? He's looking for it. There's that dual. And Fata at least pick up
But
something.
still, this is all 3 cores in the same lane. 4 heroes on the same lane. They still got the tower, and they killed a support of all things.
Mid lane Armel. Curse Crown on top of him, but he's fine with the haste ring. And also, this allows the Drow Ranger just to get free farm on the bottom side.
Yep, so level 6 draw. Game starts to get fun for him. Gets a lot of damage to farm, push out lanes, hit towers. Same goes for his teammates, obviously. Next move for TNC. So they kind of want to invade the jungle to place a ward. They have a ward. Oh, Cuckoo actually TP to the bot lane to place another nice ward here. This one.
Yeah, that is a really one nice thing about a support prophet is that you get to do things like that. Just bypass enemy wards, drop
Oh, they
very deep
They
vision.
actually have all. Okay, they already have vision on both sides of the jungle.
Yeah.
They even blocked this camp. That's not sure why they blocked the camp, but still pretty good vision. A pretty good one for the vision. That's giving them sight over the shrine area, the jungle. And whereas for Secret right now, they have pretty defensive ward. If you look at their vision, one line across the river. Because when you're under pressure, this is the kind of wards you want. Defensive wards on the entrance or towards your jungle area. So you could, because you need to know if enemy is invading, so you can farm safely. Whereas for now,
Armel just walks right into the magnetic field and just gets a nice kill here with Tims. He's out of mana at this point, though. Can he zip away? He does. Does not give away the dual damage to Fata. He's going to port out and should make it home alive. Meanwhile, duel coming out here against Tims. Tims fairly tanky, though, but here comes the Bramble Maze. There won't be any dual victory, but still, a kill is going to be a kill, and Fata picks it up. Puts out,
TNC definitely very happy with that.
yeah, again, the core survived, the support's dying.
Yeah, and good TP out by Armia definitely.
Yeah.
So overall, another nice move here for TNC. Their next objectives will be, I think, just to try to secure the tier 1s. But they're in no rush at the moment because they are happy farming. They're getting a lot of farm because they have the map control. Sam is constantly shuffling the top lane in. He has vision over this area, so he feels really, really safe doing that. Unless Secret does a smoke. But even if they smoke, they have to bring so many heroes, and they need the Dark Widow to be level 6 before they can kill Sam H.
Dark Willow will pick up 6 here with the range creep kill. So my question is, if you're TNC, do you try to press your advantage right now because there's no blink LC?
That's why not.
All right, Armel is going to press advantage. They're going to go right onto mid one. Puts a magnet field. That's going to be a terrorize. We'll push everybody back mid one. Now we'll turn it around. Huge damage output from Yapzor, but Storm will pick up the kill before he dies. He zips away, and he should die to the urn. Looks like Yapzor should pick up the kill. Yes, secondary urn being used. Cuckoo now right-clicking away. There is Sprout available, but he does not want to fight that. He will port home. Meanwhile, looks like another urn kill here from Yapzor. As soon as he turns level 6, the impact is right there.
Yeah, good move there by Yap. So definitely at the right place at the right time, saving his. I mean, not saving, but at least
Trading.
Trading. Yeah. They got 2 kills for mid one there. definitely worth it for them. Sam Page running in, using his counter shot onto Ace.
Where are you going?
Gonna try to force out that reincarnation. We'll just get it very easily. He's still sticking around. Tuskar's coming in as well. There's a stun. The snowball's gonna pick him up. Shards blocking in Ace. Can they kill him a second time? He's very close to that Blink Dagger. This is gonna be a huge kill. He does kill it.
He bought a
Blade Mail instead.
Radiant's bottom tower
Oh,
is
Blade
under
Mail is
attack.
nice this game. I mentioned LC getting a Blade Mail, but Wave King can also get a Blade Mail here. There's a lot of things that you want to return, and especially the Enchanters, Impetus, that would be great. It deters him from trying to hit you.
Okay.
But so far so good for TNC still. They couldn't hold the tier 1 bottom, but they got a really huge kill here on the Wave King.
Again, Fada though, getting the last hit on a couple of kills, and now the tower last hit as well. He is very close to his Blink Dagger.
He's gonna move top to defend tower.
Yeah, overwhelming Auto is huge in this game. Not gonna fire it out just yet. Enchantress laying it in.
So Armel is almost having his Kaya. That's like a huge item in this early in the game. With the draw aura, Storm can pretty much, I think, solo kill. Yeah, definitely can solo kill the Arc Warden. Can solo kill the Ogre, the Dark Wheel. All these heroes die. A Dark Wheel can maybe survive with the Shadow Realm TP, but he has a lot of damage now. That's what is going to happen here on this Storm.
Yeah, Team Secret seems like they need to play as a group, or else the Storm is gonna find a lot of picks.
But they kind of want to farm, so they want to spread, but with people protecting each other. Like the Dark Wheel and the LC are the heroes. Once LC has Dagger, he should be like trying to follow maybe the Arc Warden. So if the Storm comes to try and kill him, he has the spell, the debuff to remove from the Vortex and try to turn it around with the duel. Same goes for the Dark Wheel with the Terrorize. So the game plan of Secret right now is, even though they have to be close up together, but they have to try to farm as much as they can. And try to use the Dark Willow and LC to protect the important cause. And maybe Ogre can do some warding, running around, break smokes, you know, Ogre stuff.
Position 5 stuff.
Yeah, more position 5 stuff.
Yes. Well, TNC Invis Rune pop, but there is a sentry already placed. Let's see if they could turn it around. But Armel says, all right, I'm going to just farm these creeps. A very passive game here, giving a lot of time for Team Secret to get those early items that they want and need. Ace, farming in the opponent's jungle, runs into Tim's, but everyone will just back off.
Yep, TNC is just doing the right thing right now. They're just farming every single area. They have this whole area is theirs, pretty much. They farm everything here.
Oh, Blink Duel, it's gonna start on the top lane on Armel, jumped right into the bosom of this Legion commander.
Oh, that's the reveal of the Blink, and they get a much valuable kill onto the Storm Spirit. Fata was really patient. I think he waited there for 1 minute at least for that kill. He understands that the Storm wants to play this area because he feels like he doesn't know that the LC has a blink.
Right.
So he feels like nobody can actually
Dire's
stun
bottom
and control
tower
him.
is under attack.
So that was really good patience there by Fata.
And TNC now, knowing that there is a Legion Blink on the field, how do they have to adjust? Do they just farm much more defensively now? They can't go past that line that you drew earlier?
I mean, they can still go past the line, just the Storm, and he has to just be careful. Or they're going to push out the lanes with the Prophet Treants if they want to be absolutely safe. But I think at the end of the day, they still want to, you know, get what they can, get as much as they can out of the map, because they're gonna need to hit this timing where they get the Oroshan and try to pressure, because you don't want to go into ultra late game. I think against them, like the Wraith King, the Arc Wardens. You want to like try to end the game like maybe around 30, 25, 30, maybe maximum 35, 40 minutes. You don't want to go into the super late game scenario.
It feels like Drow will have a pretty bad core matchup against things like Wraith King, LC, and
Yeah, Wraith King, LC, all these heroes, and even the Dark Wheel is really strong. But Storm is their best like ultra late game hero. But I feel like Storm can die easily because they have this like strong disables, the duel, terrorize.
yeah. Until it gets Lincoln, which he is working on right now.
Yeah. We'll see how the game plays out here. 15-minute bounty runes being picked up. Secret tries to smoke towards the bounty rune, but it's going to be a tad too late here. They're not going to arrive, and Prophet TP spotted, places a ward, steals
Takes the bounty, yeah. Good stuff, and he ports home very quickly.
The Wraith King is going to realize, oh, someone was here, definitely a Prophet.
Secret smoked up, wanting to use that Blink LC again, but
But they have the Midas on Arc Warden now, so I'm not sure if they want to play too aggressive. They want to like make sure they protect each other. They try to go for some pickoffs, but I think they don't really want to, go all out aggressive because they just got a minus on Arc Warden. He still
Yeah,
wants to
so
farm a bit.
Radiant's
I do want to
bottom tower
ask you
is
about the
under
Arc Warden
attack.
build as we see TNC smokes up. We see like two school of Dot, right? You have the Midas build that other players like Resolution has gone for, whereas EG's Arteezy has gone for like
Shadow Blade?
Shadow Blade, Treads, a very kind of believe in Blade Mail, just like very fighting oriented Arc Warden builds. Any thoughts on the two builds? And well, maybe we'll ask you again later because TNC really aggressively trying to invade. They
Well,
do see Ace farming, but they don't want to go on Ace.
I think this game you kind of maybe want to consider Sewage,
Oh,
but
that dot here. Tim's going to run right in, and now they're going to go jump straight onto mid one. Mid one dropping low, and he is going to go down. Terrorize will get canceled, and TNC will keep on going further. They see Puppey, and they want the captain on the back line, though. Storm, again, using the reference mana. The buyback hero coming out from mid one. Ace taking quite a bit of damage. They don't want to trigger his reincarnation. Armel jumps through the hoops, and he is out of there.
Good discipline here by TNC.
They get 2 buyback from Team Secret
Yeah.
and 2 kills.
They want to protect their team because if they don't buy back, everyone would die. Will just die there. But TNC realizes what's happening. Just backed off. Nothing of value was lost. Profit is a support. Yeah, absolutely happy with that. And this buyback from the Arc Warden is definitely very costly.
He does have the Midas, and his farm is very accelerated, but yeah, like, Arc Warden when you go this build on Arc Warden, it feels like you need like 2 to 3 items.
Yeah, that was really bad because I mentioned they need to cover each other. LC was like standing in the trees trying to protect the Arc Warden, but he got jumped, and then Storm did not follow up on the jump on the LC. He just went for the Arc Warden because he knew the LC cannot save him anymore.
Right.
And they were just able to kill both of them right away. That was just a good heads-up play by Armel and the Tusk as well. Tims. Utilizing all this vision. I mean, this vision is like so good. They are able to pinpoint the exact locations of most of Secret members and able to, decide which area to take the fight on. They're moving to top because they saw 2 heroes. I think maybe they saw 3 heroes bottom at the ward. So they're moving top. They know Yabzor is alone.
Yabzor a pretty hard kill because he could just Shadow
I
Realm.
think if they pull him into the
Dire's
silence,
top
he's
tower
just
is
dead.
under attack.
It's hard to pull him into the silence before he activates Shadow Realm.
Dire's
That's
structures are fortified.
Secret lifts the tier 2. Let's see if they can actually defend it. The rest of Secret rotating in. Again, smoked up here on the Legion Commander. Vata looking for a target. Sees Storms on the mid lane. Maybe he's going to just go south.
Dire's
Pick up a
bottom
haste rune
tower is
if he
under
wants.
attack.
I think that they're gonna just wait here. No, okay.
Secret playing very defensively here.
They don't really have much of a choice though. They are on the back foot here. They have to try to either go for a pickoff or they have to protect the mid one Arc Warden when he's farming.
And he's going
Dire's
for a
bottom
halberd.
tower is under attack.
Huh?
No, he's not. No, he is.
Albert?
On mid one. Double disarm.
Very interesting.
Very interesting.
So he's pretty much just trying to survive right now. He knows the Storm is gonna be able to jump in very easily in the fight, so trying to tank up and just build survivability. But this is very interesting. It could work very well.
Yeah, so earlier I was asking you about the 2 school of dots here. Like, do you go the Midas or not? Because once you go the Midas on Arc Warden, you just don't fight for the next 10 to 15.
I mean, even though I don't like Midas in general right now, but I do think Midas feels like it's an item that Arc Warden, you want to fire on the hero, 'cause
It's
it-
kind of like part of the core, right? It's almost like BOT on
yeah,
Tinker.
but I've seen other players like I think Thompson, he doesn't buy Midas on the hero as well. He buys like can't remember his build, but he just goes like fighting build like Shadow Blade, I think Silver Edge if needed. Just very very different builds, The
Yep.
the Midas is like more of the traditional.
Oh, they will find Tims. Tims gonna look for a snowball away. He will run into Puppey and into a duel. Yeah.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Bounty runes. Guess what? Kuku's down there, picks up one.
Steals one. He doesn't have a teleport scroll though, and now he they know exactly that he's been stealing these bounty runes. And that should be an easy kill here for Team Secret.
So that's two important kills there for Secret. Even though they are just supports, they have to get something, for their heroes because they have not been farming very efficiently for the past few minutes. So that's going to cut the lead to 2k. The Midas is, like you said, starting to kick in. So mid one has recovered some of his farm after that buyback earlier.
Now
But
secondary blade mail's finish on Fata as well. So these cores on the side of Team Secret are starting
You
to.
should be able to solo kill the Storm. Maybe the Storm is a bit. Maybe he needs more help. He's pretty tanky.
Dyer's top
But Drow,
tower
he definitely.
is under attack.
Oh!
And speaking of Drow, Raven has been
Dyer's
essentially
top tower
missing from the
is
map the whole game.
damaged.
He's just farming.
He's giving aura.
Yeah,
Dyer's
his
surviving.
scanning.
And oh yeah, we don't really talk about the active component of the precision aura too much.
Yeah.
Because it
Dyer's
allows his
middle
team, like you
tower
push the
is
lane,
under
it allows
attack.
your team to smoke and get pick-offs easier. Because the waves are always pushing out. So this is something that I don't think it's discussed enough when Drow is picked.
Kind of a positional way to play your Drow with the aura. I mean, let's not.
I mean, it's not just a position away. It just allows your team to make moves easier because of the quick wave that's always shoved up.
Also, we've seen Enchantress double pushing with siege unit, and of course the Drow aura
Dyer's
helps a
top
lot
tower
with that
is
as
under
well.
attack.
And TNC is just desperately looking for a timing where they can do the Roshan. There's
Radiant's
so much
bottom
damage, but they
tower
just
is
need to
under
find the
attack.
opening.
Unfortunately, though, on the bottom side for TNC, it is very pushed in thanks to the skeletons of Wraith King.
And once again, I want to talk about this vision where Secret they're losing. You remember the early game boards that I highlighted?
Yes,
to you?
across the river
They
and
have
line.
it. They have it here, this area. One here. I don't think you see me drawing, but
I'm looking over your monitor. I see it.
yeah, they have the earlier one around the same area. It shows you about the concept and the principles they have about vision when they are losing or they're winning. So that's why I always pay a lot of attention towards how teams work when they're losing, when they're winning. What are the kind of visions they are trying to make?
Big smoke gank up onto the top
They do
jungle.
have the Lincolns on Storm right now, so the duel on him is unlikely. Possible but unlikely.
It's a very deep dive here. Cuckoo gonna, well, drop the vision now. Arman jumps right and Gus hits onto two, and they want mid one. Mid one very tanky, but will he survive? No, he will not. On the outside, Samh putting in that damage. Armel out of mana at this point, but will just run away. The Bramblemaid's keeping him locked down. Looks like they will lose the Storm Spirit. So far, 2 for 2 with the reincarnation triggering, but they will get Raven as well. Or will they? Raven on the run, but yeah, with so many heroes and a Yule Scepter available, they should be able to control him. He runs away, Cursed Crown, but detection? Do they have more?
Yeah,
of
they
it?
have one more sentry. He should be dead.
All right, they drop the sentry, and there's that stun. Very nicely done here by Team Secret.
That fight was all Yazid, man. Mostly Yazid. He carried that fight. Warden didn't do much apart from tanking. Yazid did like so much damage in the fight. Let's see, 2,000 damage. Actually, Wraith King also did close to 2,000 damage.
Radiant's
And
middle
LC pretty
tower
much just
is under attack.
he dueled and killed the Nature's Prophet.
Top lane, they want Puppey as well, though. Cuckoo right, already back in the fight. TP out. Looks like he will be able to make it. I think the drums perhaps was a little bit too late to be activated. Cuckoo now caught. And
Easy.
no, he ports home. All right.
And Radiance completed on Wraith King. That is huge. Very huge this game.
Starting to worry for TNC in terms of the damage output or their survivability. It seems like they're not surviving long enough to do the damage.
They have to get BKBs.
Yeah.
The Dark Widows are only too much. Doing too much damage in the fights. They see the ward. I think they see the ward. Because he went a little too close there and Storm was on the... I'm pretty sure they saw it, so they're gonna devour it soon. 3 sentries being brought out here to Tim's. Still working on his blink. Very important that the Tusk gets a blink against the LC. So you can always blink and save the duel. Any other important items coming up? Enchantress finished the Monkey King bar with Dragonlance. So he has a lot of damage, provided he survives in the team fight. So
Samh doesn't seem like he's being focused. A lot of attention put
Yeah.
onto the Drow and Storm.
and it's not easy for him to go into the team fights
Dyer's
and dish out
bottom
damage
tower
because
is
of all
under
this
attack.
disable. The stuns from Wraith King, Ogre. Well, I guess the duel probably also a thing, but I think he wants to duel the Drow or the
Yeah.
Storm as much as possible.
Well, let's not forget about Magnetic Field as well. Pretty
But
decent
yeah,
counter.
That is true, but he has MKB now, so
This
that's why he rushed it.
nicely.
I think
Radiant
overall, I feel like TNC is still in a decent
take that.
position. They picked up 2 bounty runes at least, and key items coming up. I still think I still think they have enough damage. They just don't have the means to to stand and survive against all these magic bursts coming out from the Dark Willow and the other nukes from the other heroes.
Both teams smoked up here. TNC
Dire are
looking
scanning.
for yet another engage. Scan will clip Sam H. And TNC running towards the tier 2. Oh, they're going to have the disadvantage when it comes to fighting in the high ground.
Yep, and Prophet is
Dire's
gonna
bottom
try
tower
to
is
get this
under
tier 1,
attack.
which is gonna succeed. Split the
Dire's
map.
bottom
They will
tower
see
has fallen.
Oh, they see
Fata?
Fata?
Yeah. Hard to make that jump. Again, they don't have the BKB, so
Okay.
Terrorize is going to be huge. Stormster jumps for an Arcane Rune. That's half of his mana pool. And now the fight begins. They will find a duel, and it's going to be Tusk getting caught out.
This is bad. This should mean a tower, I presume. Oh, yes, buyback. So maybe they would consider to buy back and defend this tower. They have all the ultimates up. Storm is really strong right now with the Arcane Rune. I think they want to fight. They're
Yeah.
going to consider the buyback.
Seems like it. They ping out mid one. They want to jump. Okay, there's silence onto. Ooh, nice damage output. And now the jump's going to come in. Armel gets completely control right now. Armel will zip away for now. Very low in terms of HP though. Ace taking quite a bit of damage. Enchantress getting disarmed. Cannot actually output his damage. Ace jumping back in. There's going to be a Terrorize. Ace will trigger his reincarnation. They will lose Sam H. And now it's going to be Tim's die backing as he will go down. Storm though making a zip again. Going on mid one. His mana pool running low and fast. They're looking for the mid one kill. They will finally get it. And again, Armel will survive and zip away. Zippity zap he goes, but on the back line, the duel will find Cuckoo. Secret still winning this engagement.
This Halberd is actually doing so much work, man.
I mean, it's not only the HP, the disarm in the beginning, also saving Ace for quite a bit.
Radiant structures are fortified.
This arm on Sam H, that was the big thing there. And followed up by a Terrorize.
Yep.
They have so much like disable slash soft control on their heroes.
I just don't think
without the BKBs, I
Yeah,
feel
yeah.
like they can't output it. They have a lot of damage, but they can't output the damage.
they just need double or triple BKB.
I think triple BKB. I think
Storm, long zip here across the map, and can he get the kill? Yes, he can. Armel, that is some perfect math calculation.
oh, Dark Willow is here, but he has a lot of mana really. Not
Yeah.
sure if they can.
He's out there. And now Roshan, no LC to disrupt this.
Top tower.
Rest of TNC with that Medallion of Courage.
Yep, this is the all-important opening. No thanks to Armel here. Getting the LC kill and giving his team this opening.
And that's a scary thought, having an Aegis on this Storm.
The Storm is the issue right now for Secret, so I feel like but their best way of killing him is the duel. He's gonna have to get the halberds before he can duel the Storm, or he has to rely on like. But it's like not reliable to have the Wraith King to break the Linkers because it's like
Cursed Crown, maybe?
yeah, Cursed Crown. Cursed
Yeah,
Crown is
pretty
like
insta-cast.
the best one, or the Flux. But it's still like he's gonna be jumping around. It's not gonna be reliable. So
Yeah.
if he has the halberd on his own, then it's easier for him to break it. But we'll see how the next few fights go because now Storm has Aegis. I don't think Secret feels too comfortable to fight it. They're gonna get an AC on Wraith King, which is gonna be huge for them against all this physical damage. I think Puppy's building a Crimson or something. I saw a Buckler earlier. There's a Buckler.
I mean,
into-
Puppy just loves that value buckler.
yeah,
so.
but Crimson is great this game. Like if you can get a Crimson on the support, that would be awesome.
Speaking of bucklers, Cuckoo turned his buckler into a mech.
The two supports are just like having all the team items.
Yeah.
I feel like this is an aspect of the game that is not discussed enough. You need to have a hero that buys like all these team items. It's very important because I mentioned you can't have a draft that's not balanced, that's lacking maybe stuns, lacking in team fight. Then you have to buy the items to cover up the weakness that your draft has. Which Cuckoo is doing a good job here so far with the mech, drum, the urn, the medallion. All these items helps the team fights immensely.
Raven closing in on his BKB. Just a couple hundred go away. Sam H.
Yeah, that's huge. BKB would be very, very big for the Drow Ranger here.
Radiant
And
are
the Pike
scanning.
would allow him to kite the LC or the Wraith King away from him. So Drow is going to be able to output a serious amount of damage in the upcoming fights.
Balance the scale. Got it. Here I am.
Storm finished the Orchid as well. So this is also huge. He's going to be able to kill
Dire's middle tower
the
is
Arc
under
Warden
attack.
easier now with more damage available. And obviously the silence you want to use it on the Dark Willow, but Dark Willow has the yields.
Yeah.
But he's gonna try to set up kill. He wants to set up a kill for his team with the Eels into a Bramble, terrorize. So maybe he's gonna find an opening to kill him when the Eels is down.
Rest of TNC backing off for now. They still have the Aegis for a couple more minutes.
Yep.
But it doesn't seem like they want to fight into
It's
Secret.
not that easy. Still, you know, Secret has a lot of items on there, like the AC completed, and then the halberd, like we saw in the previous fights, they are doing a lot against especially the Enchantress. They have to find a good opening. They can't rush to find an opening. They need to be patient and find a good one. Like one bad fight, their draw lineup will fall apart. You know? And Armel zipping, zapping, using all his mana, clears the creep wave. I think they are going to try and look for the opening soon with this
Dire's
Aegis.
top tower is
You
under
definitely want to
attack.
at least take a fight with this. You don't want to waste the duration of the Aegis. Prophet building into a Blade Meal. Useful against the Dark Willow especially.
Sure.
Enchantress, I think he's still unsure what he wants, but I feel like he needs to buy BKB. I don't think buying anything else would help, because it's not about the damage. It's not about like being able to kill people faster. It's about being able to output the damage and survive in the team fights. Like sure, you don't see Enchantress buy. It's
BKBs
not
at
like
all.
a common
Yeah.
item on Ench, you know, but I feel like he needs it this game.
Generally, Enchantress stays so far away that she's generally not the focus of the fight.
Yeah, but this game is like the Halberd is owning him. He needs to get the BKB off before the Halberd touches him to output damage, and not get jumped by you know, the Dark Willow or even the Wraith King stance LC. He dies very easily without the BKB.
It's going to be a secret smoke here.
Dire's
And I do
bottom
believe
tower
the Aegis
is
is
under
timing
attack.
out really, really soon.
Me check. Yeah, soon. Very soon.
Very soon, yeah. So maybe Secret is timing it so that when the Aegis runs out, that's when the fight begins.
Dire's
Tim's in a
bottom
very
tower
good spot. They
is
see
falling.
Armel. He jumps away. Cuckoo looks like he will get caught now. He jumps right in. Terrorize is going to be there. And Storm Spirit still okay for now. Just tanking everybody. He will take down Puppy on the back line, though. That's going to be a Curse Crown hitting onto two. Big one here. Sam H will
Dark
stun up
Willow.
his teammate. Dark Willow, that's support just soloing the whole
God.
team. On the back line here, Armel, his Aegis is gonna trigger soon. No,
Cuckoo pops the buyback. I think that's gonna, you know, deter
Dire's
Secret
bottom
from
tower
further
is under
pursuing the
attack.
matter. But oh my god, that Dark Willow!
the Yaps are just solo two heroes zoning them away. But we are seeing the power of that Storm as well. He just dove into 4 heroes. Of course, Aegis allowed him to do that, but
But he killed just a support.
he killed
Yes,
just a support.
He
True.
dove into the team, but he only can kill a support.
Well, hard to kill through things like
And
magnetic field.
on top of
and-
that support is actually pretty tanky. He has Buckler, he has Medallion, he has 1500 HP. And if you look at their talents as well, so because the game is like passive farming, the Ogre and Darkwill both have GPM talents. That's gonna be very helpful for, you know, getting more team items in the future. Especially I talk about the Crimson.
Mhm.
Could be a good option here for him. He's going to go for a 4-star after the Medallion, which is also very, very useful to, you know, to kite.
It's so good versus Storm because you just make him commit more mana, more time to force kills. Also, Dark Willow with that 90
Dude,
GPM.
What, he almost has Hex?
Yeah, he's working on it.
Jeez.
I mean, Yapzor is, don't forget that he's also one of the secret carries on the team.
He's like DJ, you know, like similar to DJ's playstyle. Really.
Yeah.
His playstyle is much more greedier, much more flashy, takes more farm, and they do a lot of things in the game, man. Dark Willow, Windrunner, those are perfect heroes for these kind of players.
BKB being worked on Armel. We talked about the importance of BKB, and this one will block.
Okay, they have a BKB on Edge soon.
Okay.
He almost has it,
And that's going to be the next timing for TNC, right?
so he doesn't get killed by the support.
Triple
Oh.
BKB for TNC. There's a lot of things that will block. Of course, we talked about the double Heaven's Halberd from the Arc Warden. There's a Hex coming soon as well. Mid one has now added a Mjolnir.
And Secret once again grouping up, understanding that they can't split up against this Prophet and Storm.
Radiant's
There's very
top
high
tower
chance of
is
someone
under
getting caught
attack.
out. They're just like using the skeletons to push as much as they can. And the
Dire's
Arc
bottom
Warden
tower
soul,
is under
or
attack.
whatever you call it, Tempest
Radiant's
double.
top tower
Tempest
is
double.
under Radiant's top tower is falling.
Oh, he has the Hex. Great.
Dire's middle tower is
The
under
support has a
attack.
Hex right now.
And they're just riding that momentum.
Dire are
Skeleton Bros in the front line. Okay, slipping in here. Armel will get his Lincoln broken. Nice pressy attack here.
They don't really want to force the issue too much because Roshan is about to spawn anytime.
Yep.
They don't want to take a bad fight, give away Roshan. That is like the worst thing you want to do right now as Secret. You want to still control the map.
Radiant are
Try to
scanning.
do what they've been doing the whole game. The LC and the Dark Widow, they are usually covering the Arc Warden most of the time. Then Ogres are trying to put wards down. They can't afford to give away like all this any pick off right now. Cause like I mentioned, you die, you lose the fight, more or less means Roshan is gone. And there's Aegis Cheese this time.
Storm carrying the gem for now, looking for any stray wards. They just picked off
he
one.
has a BKB too on the Storm.
Yeah,
now.
he is incredibly powerful. But again, though, it's
He still dies, in 1-2. I think he still has to be careful.
also I'm just thinking, who can he kill through his BKB? It seems like can you still just jump on the mid one
yeah, I
and
think
force the kill?
You should. If Enchantress BKB it and they manage to pull the real out.
Armel gonna get dueled up and the Hex. Everybody laying the stun. Terrorize just a zoning one, and he drops a gem as well. That's a huge pick. 80 seconds without buyback.
Did they smoke because there was a ward? That was a lane ward.
Yeah, they must have smoked. Team Secret now breaching high ground. Jumping in.
He has no buyback?
Yeah, Sprout, he does not. Samage forced to activate his BKB. Ace taking quite a bit of damage, but he's going to be fine. That's a 10-second BKB being baited out. That's 1 minute without the Storm. Secret sieging from low ground thanks to mid one's high DPS output. They will take down this tier 3 at least. Not going for the Roshan just yet. Team Secret.
They want to
looking
force
for
the
the
buyback.
Yeah,
and I think they kind of feel like maybe he doesn't have buyback because he hasn't used it for so long.
yeah, and that now this guarantees it. No buyback. 42 more seconds. And looks like they're saying, look, no buyback. We're going to take another lane of Rex. Fata starting up on the top lane. The damage is real here. More skeletons being made here for Ace. That's going to be double lane just off of one catch. Very, very brutal punish.
Skeleton damage and double skeleton spawn.
Radiant's top
There
barracks
you go.
are under attack.
2 lane of Rex.
Radiant's top barracks has
Oh,
fallen.
TNC in a
Gosh, just like that.
terrible shape.
I mean, on the bright side of things, he does have the BKB. He didn't use it, so it's still a 10-second charge. He's still very strong in the upcoming fights.
Oh man, that's an incredible silver lining, Winter.
It's what they have right now.
Cuckoo.
They did manage to place a ward. Oh no, he just wants to scout the Roche.
Yeah, he made a lot of trees. TNC has to win the upcoming fight to have a shot
They
in
have
this
to
game.
get this Roshan.
They're gonna just start it. All right, sneak it. Let's see if they can. Meanwhile, this tree is just like being chased and baiting. And Ace just blinks right in. BKB gets activated, but that's an Abyssal Blade. And now Ace going right onto Raven. He didn't activate his BKB, and Sam H is going to die as a result. He doesn't have buyback. Storm on the back line will activate the BKB, but after he got disarmed,
Oh,
so that
no.
BKB is just going to get wasted. On the right side, Cuckoo getting found out. He is going to get brought out as well. Secret, overwhelming TNC. And they're going to get the Aegis. They're going to get that cheese.
Unless Storm steals it. He has to try. He has to try. Can I give him vision here? Is it possible with the sigil?
Maybe some Treants running in.
Sigil, Treant, anything? No.
Storm's out of mana. Yeah, he just gives up on the steal.
I mean, this probably means the game is just gonna be over. How are they gonna fight with the Aegis and Cheese?
Couple of late activation on BKBs.
I don't
Sam
think-
H
I
also
don't think
didn't.
He used his, I don't think he used, right, the BKB.
No, he didn't. He just got stunned by Rave King and then died. I mean, if you look at the way that Secret has itemized it, you talked about the importance of itemization. They have so many ways to break Lincolns or insta Hex, insta Abyssal Blade disable. It just, if you time BKB a split second too late, you're dead.
Yeah, and I feel like, even though I wasn't sure about the Halberd, I think the Halberd actually won them the game on mid one. Because he won them the earlier fights, it allowed him to survive. Or maybe some fights take longer time to die,
Radiant's
Sure.
bottom
and his team was able to
shrine
win
is
the
under
fights
attack.
with the double Halberd. That's amazing. You learn something new every game.
Radiant's bottom shrine has fallen.
Midas Halberd BOT was his build this game. And into
And he has a
Mjolnir.
BKB now. Just wants to survive because he
Radiant's
understands
bottom
that
tower is under
there is
attack.
enough damage across the board. Brave King is doing a lot. Dark Widow's doing a lot.
Yep.
We've
Double
seen it
damage.
time and time again.
Even
Yeah.
the Legion,
Yeah.
118 dual damage already. Legion
Radiant's
holding on to the
bottom
cheese for
tower
now,
is
and this is
falling.
going to be the last stand for Team TNC. Of course, Secret could just safely siege. They have the heroes for this kind of stuff. Or they could just dive.
I
with
mean, they have
Brave
Brave
King.
King
Yeah.
for diving.
Yeah.
So
Armel jumping in here. He wants Puppy, and now the Lincoln gets broken. He gets dual immediately death. He buyback. And he just zips in Armel. He's a man with vengeance, but essentially that death gained him nothing. As Puppy will just get healed up for now.
well, they're just gonna heal, go back, regroup. Just discipline. Very, very important at the highest level.
Again, I just want to remind viewers, this game very important for both teams. Currently, TNC sitting at 7-7. This is their last series of the group stage. Team Secret 6-6. They have this one and another.
Against newbie.
Yeah. Currently, both teams are in the winner's side of the group stage. But if TNC loses this series 0-2, then they could definitely drop out.
Their fate is no longer on their hands.
Yeah.
If that happens.
Fun begin.
For now, their fate is, right at the edge of their hands right now. They probably still
Maybe on their
have-
fingertips.
Yeah, still have to, try and focus about their next game. They have one more game coming up against Secret.
Invisibility.
25k deficit here.
The only thing they can count on is right now is the Drow actually playing enough deeps, in the fights somehow. Because he hasn't been able to stand
Looking for me.
and right click for a long time because there's just like way too much damage overpowering him. The Art Warden, and because he doesn't have the MKB, the magnetic field is also owning him.
Yep. I mean, Ace also could just blink in and just Abyssal Blade. Like, he has no answer to that either.
Is under attack.
Team Secret
Radiant's
forces out Glyph here. Rambo Maze keeping everyone back, and just look at the range damage output. Terrorize being threatened to be used. That's the last tier 3. Backdoor protection kicking in slightly a bit, and that Rack's going down fast. Armel jumps in, trying to zone people away, and that's going to be Tim's. First one to go down, duel on the backline. He finds Cuckoo, just distraction here for the rest of his core to run in. Fata will die very quickly, but the Raxes have already gone down. That's Mega Creeps. Snowball going through, and you can see Raven trying to do whatever damage he can, but it's just not enough. Raven will activate the BKB finally. Storm zipping in, trying his best to kill as many people as possible. He gets hexed up here, and that's going to be a GG call as Team Secret breaks TNC.
What a game, actually. Still, by both teams, TNC demonstrated very good early game, the lanes, with their picks, the way they played the early game. Storm played a really good early game as well until he got caught a few times.
That one catch on the mid lane where he got hexed